Good morning, coyotes. So, today or this week, we have our Unit 2 vocabulary test. So, there isn't really a lesson today, uh, but for your independent practice, we don't really have guided practice today, just independent work. You're going to choose one of the following options to review for your test. You can obviously do more than just the one, but you need to do it at least one. And there are 4 options. You can do both crossword puzzles, both pages of fill in the blanks, the synonyms or antonyms and roots and prefixes page, or you can take the practice test. So let's take a look. So option A is to complete both crossword puzzles. So you have a crossword puzzle for all of the roots for Unit 2, and there's a crossword puzzle for all of the prefixes and suffixes for Unit 2. So you'll read the word, or read the definition, figure out the word, and fill it in. So it may be helpful to have your word lists from the previous lessons. Okay, so it is, I believe, 7 through 11. But for some reason I'm blanking out on what lessons are in this unit. But it would be helpful for you to have the word lists kind of in front of you or near you or something like that, so you can refer back to those. If you want to try to do it from memory, go for it. That's totally fine too. Option B is to complete both pages of fill in the blank sentences. So you have 2 pages of sentences, there's 25 of them, and you're filling in the blank with the correct word. Okay? So you have 2 pages. Option B is to complete both of those pages. Option C is to complete both the synonyms and antonyms activity and the roots and prefixes activity. So the antonyms or synonyms, you're deciding, are these 2 words synonyms or are they antonyms? And the roots and prefixes, you're writing a meaning for each root or prefix on the line. A root or affix on the line, right? So you're writing, what does fawn mean? What does calm mean? What does phobia mean? Option D is to complete both pages of the practice test. If you're choosing to take the practice test, then try to do it from memory if you can, and then go back and kind of correct yourself. Take a look at your word list after you do it. But try to do it without your word list first and see how much you remember. Then you kind of know what words you need to study or what words you need to really look at. So this is very similar to what your test will look like. So you'll have determining the meaning for each of the words, or for each root or affix. You'll have synonyms, antonyms, and fill in the blanks. For fill in the blanks, you have a word bank of all the words that are going to go there. So each word will not be used, not every word will be used, but the words that are used are only being used once. So for example, you're not going to have 3 sentences that all use the word hydrant, but you might not have a sentence that uses antibiotic. So the words will only be used once, but not all of them are going to be used. So just to review that one more time, you have a unit test. I'll have that test up by the end of today. You're going to choose one of the 4 options to review, both of the crossword puzzles. You can do both pages of fill in the blanks. You can do synonyms or antonyms and the roots and prefixes activities, or you can take the practice test. You can do more than 1 activity. You can do 2 activities. You can do 3. You can do all 4. But you need to do at least one of them, okay? So it may be helpful for you, if you are, say you're choosing to only do the practice test, to only print those practice test pages, just to save ink and to save paper. So you don't need to really worry about printing all of the pages, because this is a bigger document, because I have all the cover pages in there. But it's completely up to you. If you want to print them out so you can practice more, that's totally fine. Alrighty, since we don't have a lesson today, and this is just kind of explaining the directions, there is no secret word for language arts today. Tomorrow we will have a secret word, but if you have any questions about anything with your vocabulary or anything like that, please let me know or let Miss Sally know. We're both here and we're both happy to help. Have a fantastic rest of your day, Yellow Room.